That's it, guys. It's another video from the live in Dumfries, Scotland at the Rugman's Youth Club on November 16th, 1969. The show was literally days after they recorded the debut album, and managed to pick up a couple bootleg copies of some rare live shows. These are both from the same show. This has a little bit more tape time than this one, but I found out it's the same show. This one's called Black Sabbath Live at Dumfries. This is called Black Sabbath Early Rituals. Rugman's Youth Club, Dumfries, 1969, with the Mapledurham 15th century Watermill house on the front there. The song was referred to as Blue-Blooded Man on this copy, but on this one it's referred to as, or I'm sorry, they're both referred to as Blue-Blooded Man on these copies, but the later show from April 1970, the same song was referred to as Blue Coat Man. So I'll show the really cool artwork. Again, a little hard to hear over the terrible acoustics in the club. So it was kind of hard for me to hear where I was at parts, but I think that was a decent take. And I don't know if you notice or not, but since I've been doing the early Sabbath on the drums, you notice I'm only using this cymbal and then my hats, because I think when Bill Ward was playing his Ludwig kit, which I believe is the kit on the album, the debut album, and these rare live recordings, I think at this show, for example, he only had one cymbal, like a crash ride or a ride, and then he had a splash cymbal on the cymbal stand attached to the bass drum, and then he had his hi-hats. So basically, but besides the splash, he really only had one cymbal to ride on, and he had a splash. That was it. A little cymbal. It's this guy. So I tried to replicate the sound by only using one cymbal for the whole for all the recordings that I've been doing on this project. That's originally not a Black Sabbath song. It's a cover. It has like a swing, shuffle blues to it. I added a little bit more to the drum playing than what's actually on the recording, because I found that the original recording of this show, of the song, was the drum playing was very straight and boring. Boom, check, boom, check, boom, check. So I kind of wanted to swing a little bit and add some triplet stuff in there. But I didn't want to overplay it either. And again, I've talked about before, my drums sound very distorted sounding for a reason. I'm using a Boss BD2 blues driver on top of my equalizer to try to replicate a very small venue like a bar or a club where bands like Black Sabbath would play before they got pretty big. And if you were in a place probably like Rugman's Youth Club, it was probably very small, probably smelled like beer and cigarettes, and it was probably just a dive bar, and it was just loud, terrible acoustics, terrible PA system probably. So I was trying to mimic that bootleg sound with the blues driver on top of the drums. That is Mapledurham Watermill house in Oxford. It's a very psychedelic-y looking picture. And if you read my description, according to the credits, I summarized the credits here in my description, and the some of the band's gear is listed in the credits of what they used. For example, Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler's amplifiers and even this is such a cool picture, and even Ozzy's a Vox amplifier that he used to sing in it. So according to the credits, I put it in my description in the video. And along with the sizes and the symbols that supposedly Bill Ward used. Again, the album was recorded, or the Dumfries show was recorded days after they recorded the debut album. And then I got over here, this is one of the Black Sabbath logos seen on Billboard's Ludwig kit. There's another one right here. This is an earlier logo, right after they changed the band name from Earth to Black Sabbath. And then I made this new one today, or the other day. There's actually some rare pictures. There's only like maybe 3 or 4 out there floating on the internet of same Ludwig kit that I've been talking about. Bill Ward actually had an Earth band logo seen in some really early pictures from '68, maybe early '69, right before they recorded the debut album and changed the band name to Black Sabbath. Just a rough draft of what it would look like on his bass drum cover. But I think by this point they were called Black Sabbath. And the shirt, of course, Black Sabbath. And then here's my rig behind the camera. So here's the Boss BD2 Blues driver. The drum kit is going right into the blues driver and then into an equalizer, and then right into the Roland micro cube amp on the JC clean setting. Just a little bit of slapback delay just to mimic the ambience of like a club. And you can really hear it too, the effect when I hit the cymbals. You hear very distorted sounding, which was the sound I was going for. So anyway, thanks again for another video. Please subscribe to the channel, Rockstars92. Thank you.